Where did my 6 hours go? Siafang. Translation edited by Chinyu. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, or so we think. But hold on a moment, on April 30th, 2005, I only had 18 hours. Where did my other 6 hours go? On the evening of April 29th at 7 p.m., to make it easier to understand, I'll use rounded times, I boarded a Zimbabwean Airlines flight to Beijing. After an overnight flight, I arrived at Beijing International Airport at 12 p.m. on April 30th, a total flight time of 17 hours. Here's where things get tricky. 12 p.m. on April 30th was the time on my watch, but Beijing time was already 6 p.m. To keep things simple, I had to adjust my watch to 6 p.m. And just like that, I ended up with only 18 hours on April 30th, with 6 hours that should have belonged to me disappearing. So, where did they go? Of course, this was caused by the time zone difference. But regardless, in terms of human conceived time, I only lived 18 hours that day. Now let's speculate. The time difference is caused by horizontal space. Different horizontal spaces have different times. As long as we move from one space to another, we will inevitably gain or lose time. Using Earth as the origin, let's draw a coordinate axis. The x-axis represents the east, the y-axis represents the west, the n-axis represents the north, and the s-axis represents the south. Now, if we travel eastward along the x-axis, we will lose time. If we travel westward, we will gain time. For example, if we fly from Beijing to Zimbabwe in one day, we could have 30 hours that day. If we travel northward or southward, we neither gain nor lose time. Interesting, isn't it? Let's think further. Traveling from Zimbabwe to Beijing in one day results in a loss of 6 hours. If we take 2 days to get to Beijing, how many hours will we lose? Still 6 hours, of course. By analogy, even if it takes a year to get to Beijing, the lost time is still 6 hours. Here's a fascinating question. If we could travel from Harare to Beijing in 1 hour, we would still lose 6 hours. So what if we could do it in 1 second? Naturally, we would still lose 6 hours. Losing 6 hours in 1 second seems like a bad deal, but wait, what is lost may actually be gained. We would gain negative time, which belongs to the realm of the non-material world, a topic for another day. Now, imagine losing 24 hours in a single day. What would happen? If you fly eastward from Harare along the x-axis and return to Harare within 24 hours, you would end up losing an entire day. If you depart on the 1st, after just 24 hours of flight, you wouldn't arrive on the 2nd but on the 3rd. As a result, a year would no longer have 365 days but 364. Even more interestingly, what if we flew like this every day? If we had a fast enough flying tool, we could reduce an entire year of 365 days to just 1 day. By analogy, we could reduce 1,000 years to a day, 10,000 years to a day, or even 100,000 years to a day. Similarly, if we flew westward along the y-axis, we could extend a single day into 100,000 years. Simple reasoning, once it exceeds people's imagination, becomes profound theory. When science surpasses people's understanding, it turns into superstition. Lifechanyuan's 36-dimensional spaces have both surpassed people's imagination and transcended their understanding, so they have become an absurdity, and people view them as an intangible theory. If we can compress a day into 18 hours or compress a year into 1 day, why can't we compress 100,000 years into 1 day? Similarly, if we can expand a day to 30 hours or stretch a day into 365 days, why can't we expand a day into 100,000 years? Flying along the x-axis, we can reach the 1,000-year world and the 10,000-year world. Flying along the y-axis, we can reach the Elysium world. Flying along the n-axis and s-axis, we can only reincarnate in place, stuck in a loop. We need speed. With speed, stones can cross rivers, and humans can reach the Celestial Islands continent. A carriage is faster than walking, a car is faster than a carriage, and an airplane is faster than a car. A spaceship is faster than an airplane, but even if we could sit on a light-speed spaceship, it would still be too slow. So, what kind of flying tool should we use? Think about it. If we constantly ponder the mysteries of heaven and earth, the wondrous truths will one day reveal themselves. I want to ask everyone, what kind of person do you think Siafeng is?